Okay, good afternoon to all IEM and UEM family members again. Now, as I had written today already in all the three groups, that today at 5:30 we have got a foreign lecture series again. So that will start at 5:30, and you know that the speaker will have to be joined by 5:15. So today we will have to close this afternoon meeting by 5:10, and I'm sure Professor K.V. Kuriakose, who is from the Department of Basic Science and Humanities. He's a professor of English in the Department of Basic Science and Humanities at the University of Engineering and Management, Jaipur. His topic is language teaching methodologies, and I'm sure that Professor KV will make it very interesting. And Professor KV is from Kerala, interesting if I'm not wrong. So as you know, we have got faculty members from all across the country. We had from Tamil Nadu, from Kerala. So it's a very interesting, interesting culture that we share. So Professor KV, it's all over to you. Just before you take up, one small, very quick notice for the UEM Jaipur professors. You did not have the link. Maybe I for myself forgot to post the link of committing your number of research papers for the year. I have done that just now in the UEM Jaipur family. I again posted it. I request all of you to kindly quickly fill up your commitment on the number of research papers today, especially UEM Jaipur. You did not get it. I have posted it again. So thank you, Professor KV. You may kindly take over from here, and we are very interested to hear from you regarding language teaching methodologies. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I am very much thankful to you, my dear family members, President sir, Director sir, Vice Chancellor sir, and other family members. My topic of discussion is language teaching methodologies. So there are different teaching methodologies prevalent, but I would like to take few of them. The first one, it is direct method, then grammar translation method, audio lingual method, and suggestopedia. And I would like to complete it by my stipulated period of time. First of all, the most prevalent method of teaching second language, it is direct method. The direct method of teaching is also called natural method. Why it is called natural method? Because whatever we are presenting, whatever we are learning, it is by the way of that is the language. Whatever we are learning, it is gradually or naturally. We are not being taught by anyone. Just we can take the example of an infant who is learning everything naturally. So what I would like to say that it is a natural method, and second, it refrains from the learner's native language. We only target a particular target language. Grammar rules and regulations, it is not, there is no emphasis. It is avoided there. And here what we would like to say that in direct method, we have emphasized on good pronunciation. So pronunciation drill, which is taught there, teaching concepts and vocabulary through pantomiming, that we say that telling stories and the real experience of life, objects and other visual materials. So centrality of spoken language, including native like pronunciation drill is there, and it focus on question answer pattern, and it has certain strength and weakness. When we come to the strength of this particular method, it improves fluency of speech. Why it is that when we are focusing on the fluency, we are not targeting to teach grammar. So fluency of speech resisting easier writing. It tends to improve expression in writing, and it is a quick way of learning and expanding vocabulary. So we are having no emphasis on grammar and other things. So we have emphasis on a particular target language, and we are trying to develop the listening skills, speaking skill, and after that, that is reading and writing. Reading and writing, it has less importance because we are targeting on the fluency of speech. And here what I would like to say that it increases the employment opportunities. In modern days, when a candidate who is appearing for interview, they are neglecting, they are nullifying the factor of grammar teaching. Grammar is not an important matter. When we are appearing for the interview, the fluency which is to be counted there. So I would like to say that it has the greater strength and importance of fluency of speech, and we are targeting a particular language. A target language is there, and we are giving so much importance to these particular speech. And it has certain weakness. It ignores systematic written work and reading activities. From the beginning, I expressed that it ignores the written and reading activities. It's a weakness. It is also need, when we think about the particular factor, particular thing, reading and writing is also an important thing. Only speaking power is not a matter. So I would like to say that it has a great weakness, and it does not teach any grammar systematically. Systematical grammar teaching is away from, it refrains from this type of teaching. And moreover, it needs skilled teachers. And when we think about the urban, the village, or what we say hamlets, so it is very difficult to get the teachers, those who are fluent in English. It's a great problem. In urban area, we don't have any problem. We will get a number of good quality teachers. So it is one of the most important weakness, and it is also time consuming in creating real life situation. And it is very difficult for the teacher to create a real life situation. Yes. Now, next one, it is grammar translation method. Grammar translation method, it is also prevalent in these days, or what we say from the beginning. We can say that it is in the translation classes, students learn grammatical rules and then apply those rules by translating sentences between target language and native language. So there is a to and fro. I mean, a target language is there, and from that native language to target language, or target language to native language. That is the way of a grammar translation method. So in translation method, we are translating the rules and regulations of speaking, reading, writing, everything from a native language and a target language. We can take the example, when we teach Hindi to English or English to Hindi. So there are two languages. One, it is a target language. Suppose we are translating it from Hindi to English. So this English, which is a target language, and for the teachers or the translator, he has to translate the native language to English language. So that is the way of translation method. The method has two main goals. It has there are two goals, aims: to enable the students to read and translate literature written in the source of language, and from further students' general intellectual development. The intellectual development of the student, which is possible, we are able to find out it is after reading and translating or taking any literature form. So we are able to find what is the intellectual development of the student. So it is originated from the practice of teaching Latin for last many years. So we can see a target language is there. Suppose if English which is being taught in Europe and some other places, Latin from Latin to English or English to Latin. And we have taken the example of English to Hindi or other native language. So this is the way of this translation. So learning is largely by translation to and from the target language. Grammar rules are to be memorized and long lists of vocabulary learned by heart. It's also a factor or a feature that we have to be very careful about the vocabulary learning. We have to memorize the things. We have to learn the things by heart. And there is no emphasis placed on developing oral ability. It's an important factor or the feature of this type of grammar translation method is oral speech. That means we are not giving emphasis on the oral ability. So oral ability is only 10% because we are translating it from a particular language as a language to a target language. And now I'm coming to the strength and weakness of this method. It helps in building vocabulary that I told you. The teachers, they have to build the vocabulary among the students, and the comprehension is easily tested because we are focusing on particular grammar teaching methods and we are taking the comprehension test. It is easy for taking the comprehension test because when we are giving a task to the student, they will do the work and it will be shown to the teacher, right? So grammar is easily taught there. So the main strength of this type of translation method is that it is easy to teach, especially in hamlets and the countryside. It is easy for the teachers to teach it from their local language to a target language through this grammar translation method. Because teachers, students are from hamlet, they are from countryside, and they don't have the fluency of speech. And this is the only way to, it is easy way. I'm not talking about the only way. It is an easy way to teach the students. And it has also some weakness. Students can't master all four skills of English, that is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. 4 skills. If you want to learn any particular language, we have to listen it very carefully. Then we are trying to learn speaking, then reading and writing. So students can't master the skills of English because there is no chance of speech there. Students and the targeted students, targeted people, they are not getting the chance to listen to things. They are not getting the chance to speak in front of the people. And it also neglects the capacity of speaking power. What I want to say that the students, they are not able to get the power of speaking because they don't get the opportunity to speak. So it's a great weakness. It's a great problem for the targeted group to learn the things, to make the fluency. And the third one, it is audio-lingual method. Like the direct method, audio-lingual method advises that students should be taught a language directly without using the student's native language to explain new words or grammar in target language. So here, the first type of method, that is direct method, it is a polished form of the direct method. Here, students should be taught a particular language directly without using any particular grammar or other concreted things. So here we want to say that a native language to explain a particular language, that is taught directly. The drill of that particular language is given again and again. Unlike the direct method, audio language method, lingual method, does not focus on teaching vocabulary. Here we are not using any vocabulary. Instead of teaching vocabulary, we are focusing on particular drill in the use of grammar. So a little bit grammar is there, I accept it, but the drill of this particular topic, particular thing which is taught again and again. So applied to language instruction and often within the context of language lab. So this type of particular teaching which is used in language labs. In technical education, language lab practices, laboratories are very much important to improve the drill of the students, drill of the people. Here, it means that the instructor would present the correct model of a sentence and the students should have to repeat it. So again and again, I would like to focus on this particular thing. There is the use of drill, use of this particular topic which is drilled again and again, which is used again and again. The teacher who is repeating the things and the students are following it. So gradually they are trying to learn the things. The teacher would then continue by presenting new words for the students to sample in the same structure. So teacher who is trying to teach new vocabulary, new words, new things, and the students, they are trying to follow it by mimicking him or her. That is the important technique of this audio-lingual method. In audio-linguism, there is no explicit grammar instruction from the beginning. I told you in my starting, grammar instruction which is not having any clarity here. A little bit thing which is taught there, and it is not important that everything is simply memorized in form. So again and again, these things which is taught there, and the people or the students, they are trying to learn it by mimicking the teacher. The idea for the students to practice the particular construct until they can use it spontaneously. So after a few 2-3 times or 5 to 10 times, when a word which is used again and again, gradually it is to be learned. So it's a process that when we are getting something which is taught there, it is again and again which is repeating. Because it is repeated there, it will be easy for the people to learn. And it has certain strength and weakness. Here we see that, first of all, I would like to go through the strength of this technique, this method. All the students are active in the class. So when we are conducting any language class, language laboratory, students are vigilant. They are active in the class because they must be knowing that sometimes the teacher who is asking the question, who may ask the question to each and every student, who can, the teacher can see each and every student in his camera. The circumstances are more interesting in life. It's a real life situation, real life experience, and it is more interesting. The speaking and listening are more drill, so the pronunciation skill and the drill are more effective. So this is one of the most important strength and quality of this type of teaching, that when we use more drills, pronunciation skill which is improving, and the correct pronunciation can be used because teacher is teaching how to pronounce a particular word. So it is not possible in hamlets, it is not possible in countryside. Their pronunciation drill or skill which is very backward because they are not getting this type of drills. So it has also some weakness. For the smart students, this method is bored because the procedure of ALM method is majority repeat the sentence. This repetition of anything which is boring. When we repeat the things again and again, when we repeat the thing, it becomes a boring. So what I want to say that it is one of the weakness of this type of method is it creates boring among the students. Sometimes students are confused because the teacher explained the material in simple way, not in detailed way. it is also a problem that sometimes a teacher who is taking certain examples, the examples and the illustrations are very simple and they must be knowing it, and sometimes they will make the confusion, right? The grammar skill is not more drill. So this type of technique of teaching any language, here we don't use any grammar skill. Grammar skill is very limited and we focus on particular pronunciation skill, and it increases the drill. Last one, it is Suggestopedia. Suggestopedia is a teaching method developed by Bulgarian psychotherapist Georgi Lozano. It's a teaching method based on how the human brain works and how we learn effectively. It's a modern type of technique which is used in these days. Here 50% of the teaching which is from the side of the teacher and the student who is observing the things, and he or she utilizes the brain and his work. So it includes sensory learning, that I told you it is a sensory and a positive expectation of success. So it is a sensory learning, sense of the student. When the teacher who is using his method of teaching, the receiver who uses his sense. The students learn English not only from direct instruction but also from indirect instruction, from his wit, from his intelligence, from his sensory learning. He is trying to learn the things because he is getting the experience from the teacher and he uses his own wit. So it uses a varied range of mental methods like dramatized test, music, active participation in song and games. So it's a modern type of technique which is especially used in primary level. There is dramatization of the things what is taught in the class. Sometimes they use music and the students are the active participants in teaching. That is a give and take. So it is encouraged through the presence in learning environment or posters and decoration of featuring the target language and various grammatical information. They are changed every day. Because I told you it's a modern type of teaching, and the teacher who is trying to teach the students by giving modern gadgets, posters, decoration, and featuring the target language and using some technique of grammatical information by simple language. So when a new technique which is coming over there, this Suggestopedia, the technique of Suggestopedia is changing every day. So it uses power of suggestion to help the students eliminate the feeling that they can't succeed. And it's a thing that the main feature of this type of teaching is that students are not, they are away from the ill feeling. Sometimes students feel that no, I am not able to learn the things, I will fail. So this type of ill feeling which is away from the students, because he or she is getting every type of modern things and he is a part of the teaching. That is in the name of when Mikhail Bakhtin, who says that monologism is not useful, it is dialogism. Dialogism is a process that is the mixing of different persons. That means meeting of different persons means exchange of two ideas, give and take. When we give a speech, there are certain people, they are listening, they are the silent viewers, silent observers. So nothing is monologic, everything is dialogic. So dialogism is a process by which that is entangling of different personalities. Here also Suggestopedia is a type of what we say, it is dialogism. It uses the power of suggestion to help the students eliminate the feeling that they can't succeed. So they will motivate themselves, they will get the motivation, and it will be useful to be a part of their activities. They should be relaxed, comfortable environment with dim lights and soft music to facilitate learning. And the students' imagination is used there because they are also the part of these things. And here we use certain modern techniques like dim lights and soft music. So it will enjoy the teaching. It will discourage the way of teaching in a monotonous way. So teaching, it will improve. That means their mental ability, it can be improved. So here also it has also certain strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. That is what. When we go through the strength of this method, students are exposed to exceptional classroom arrangement with music, decoration, and so forth. The use of various activities such as drama, songs, and games. So here it is one of the most important strength of this type of method is there are exceptional classroom arrangements. And generally the students, they are getting the teaching or the learning with music, decoration, and other modern techniques, and they are getting the education with a level of drama, songs, and games. That will be easy for them to learn. It has certain weakness also. Comfortable furnitures are not allowed in public schools. Generally in public schools and village schools, it will be a difficult problem for the management or the government to arrange this type of comfortable furniture and other facilities. It's a great problem for the weaker management. The management has less amount of finance. They can't make this type of facilities. It is one of the most important weakness. And we focus on memorization, but we don't pay attention to understand and solving the problems of the students. We are giving the drill to the memorization. We are trying to make the people memorize the things, and our pattern of teaching is like that, and we are trying to solve the problems of the students. It is one of the most important weakness. And here also it has certain opportunities. Suggestopedia allows the development of good mental state, that is calm and relaxed but alert and focused. So you see, when we create this type of particular environment, the students will be very calm and relaxed, but they are alert and focused. That is the opportunity what is in front of us. People remember best and the most influenced by information coming from an authority source. So whatever they are getting from the authority, whatever they are getting from the teachers, they remember it very, very much. It will be easy for them to learn the things, to memorize the things, remember the things, because they are in calm and relaxed environment. And also they are focused and alert. And lastly, it has certain threats. It can't be accepted by teachers since it suggests different and modern to tackle topics. You see, most of the teachers in village area, they are not so technically well versed.
Professor KV,
yes, sir.
Sorry but we have to stop over here because 5:30
yes.
we have got this foreign lecture.
This
so
is
I will request you to
one,
continue. Sir. Okay.
This is the last one. This is the last one.
Please try to wrap it up in coming 1 minute, please.
Okay. For students, this method and its activities might become monotonous since they don't know how they are going to be taught in the class. They know they know how to, they know, they must be knowing how they are being taught in the class, because every day teacher is coming and giving this type of technique. Therefore the students are able to know, yes, teacher is coming, he will come tomorrow and he will teach this and this. So therefore I want to say that it has certain problems, like the students, they are getting some monotonous situation, and it will create certain problems. Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Okay, so I have launched the poll without wasting any further time. I have launched the poll. I request all members to vote within coming maybe 30 seconds today, not 1 minute. We have to close it because from 5:30 we have got the foreign lecture. And I request all IEM and UEM family members to kindly join the foreign lecture from 5:30. It is supposed to be very interesting. He is a professor. At the same time, he owns a company. The foreign lecture will be imparted by Professor Tom Baxter, who is a professor but also owns his company. So it should be very, very interesting, both from theoretical and practical point of view. I close it on 40 seconds today with 50% votes. So I close it today, and the results I will share. So 48% people says direct method and 37% says audio visual. The other two goes for 12% and 2%. So 48% direct method, 37% audio visual. I'm not taking the questions today. There is only one question. That question was similar to this, that which of these methods will be better. So Professor KV, we will end with your comments. Just one within coming 30 seconds, please comment and we will close it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, actually, I would like to, from my opinion, in my opinion, what I would like to say that we cannot clarify the particular thing, because each and every method, it has some vices. Therefore, it will be the last one that I feel it would be, I should go with the last one, because
that is, I will go for a 100% maybe alteration of that. Like, it is combination of everything, not can't say. So all of the above. It's not none of the above, but all of the above. Okay. So thank you. Thanks to all IEM and UEM family members, and thanks to Professor KV for keeping it short and simple. I request all members to kindly join the next foreign lecture that will be starting sharp at 5:30. Thank you, Professor KV.
Thank you all.
Okay.